Hello, welcome to Console Accessories, and on today's video is a bit of a long one because we're going to do a tutorial on how to get your Pro Controller from the basic Pro Controller to these, so you can have your sticks and all your buttons lighting up like this. So today I've got the ExtremeRate NS Pro Controller DTFS LED kit. Okay, and that essentially means you change out your D-pad, your sticks, your buttons and all the triggers for different ones, and you put a little circuit board inside, and it means that you can have LEDs. Okay, so a couple of things first. For starters, I'm using 2 packs, so you get a pack here, and I'm also using this pack. Now this pack here is separate, and what it is basically the removable sticks. So as I've got it there, I can remove this one. So this one's kind of like got a grippy texture into one. This one's got a longer stick. So it just means I can remove it like the Pro Controller on the Xbox. So I've got that. So this is an extra bit, and also these are fully kind of see-through, so you can see the neon quite well on the camera. There are other versions of these control sticks that are a little bit more subtle, kind of black with just like when it says X and Y, A and B, they would just be the glow up. So this is quite obtuse, so you don't need to be quite as obtuse as me. It's just good for the camera. And so that's that pack, and then this pack is everything that you need. So this comes with all the sticks. So these are my original ones, which I'm going to put back on and show you how to get to this, so don't worry. And it comes with a screwdriver and some tweezers and everything that you need in that pack. What I would suggest is, only thing extra I've got is this is just a better version of a screwdriver that you're going to need. I've also got some better tweezers, and I've also got myself a magnetic dish. You don't need these, you get everything as well. It's just if you have them, it'd just be nice to have. And just before we start, I know what you're thinking, battery life. You're thinking the battery's gonna get hammered by this. Okay, so I have done some testing. To be honest, the battery on this is stellar, so it lasts for ages. So I was just charging it anyway, and I found it actually fine, and it didn't affect the battery too much. But what I did do was, you can have it in all different colors, okay? And I'll talk about those in a bit, but I put it on the flashing one because I thought that would take up more battery. So I had it on flashing, and I left it overnight, for 12 hours. I just left it sat on my desk flashing away, and when I came back overnight, after 12 hours, the battery had only been depleted by just over a third. So I didn't think that was too bad. So 12 hours of just the LEDs going will take your battery up by a third. I didn't think that was too bad. I don't think it's going to be a problem. The battery isn't a problem. Don't let it stop you, the battery, at all. Okay, so what you do is, once you've got it all set up, I will go over how to do it, but you basically have zones. You have this, that's 1 zone, that's 2 zones, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Okay, so you have 6 different zones you can do. So sticks, buttons, D-pad, ZL, ZR, and L and R. And you can change them for different colours. So you can change individually zones: red, yellow, green, cyan, blue, pink, purple, a gradient, and a flashing blink. So you can change it however you want, however you customise it. I've just got these 2 on green, these 2 on yellow, these 2 on blue, and these 2 on cyan. But you can change it, really customisable, really, but I'll go through at the end of the day, end of the video. Okay, what we're going to do now is I'm going to revert this back to normal, and then I'm going to zoom in a bit, and we're going to go over on how to change your controller for the LED kit. Okay, here we are, nice and close, because I'm going to be going through some little fiddly bits with you. If you've done the Joy-Con mod, this is a walk in the park, okay? So there are a few fiddly bits, but nothing you can't handle, okay? So I'd suggest watching the whole video, then if you're going to do this, go back through and kind of pause it on the bits that you need to. Okay, so I've got all my bits here, I've got my Pro Controller, sort of standard. I have changed the shell, but it is a standard Pro Controller. I've got the 2 bits of circuitry that we need to change, that's not difficult. The thumbsticks, the triggers, and all the buttons. And my magnetic dish here, and my screwdriver and pincers. Okay, so step 1, really easy. We need to do some unscrewing, and the first 2 ones are on the end of the grips. Okay, so get rid of these 2 and put them in the dish. Then simply slide these off and then put them to one side, and then you're going to turn this over, and you're going to see 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Take them 4 out. Then once those 4 are out, you'll be able to take the back plate off. So you take the back plate off and put that somewhere out of the way. And now take the battery out as well. So the battery, but you're going to need that to test it before you put anything else back on. So We'll put that there to remind us. Now we're going to take out 5 screws. There's almost 2 slightly hidden, one there, and then we've got those 2 and that one. So pop those 5 out. Okay, then once they're out, we're able to take this off. Now, just be careful when you are taking it off, because you've got a ribbon that you really don't want to be pulling, okay? So there's a ribbon underneath this. So when you open it up, if you can see there, you can get this out. There you go, there's the ribbon there. So here, there's a little black flap. See that there? Just pop that up. There we go, and the ribbon comes free, okay? So here, that little black flap there would be closed over with the ribbon in it. All you do is just pop that open and it comes out. Okay, so that's the bit we're gonna be changing. If you are changing your thumbsticks, so if you're gonna be changing, I'm gonna be changing it to these ones here, which are the interchangeables. So all I do is gonna be popping those on in a bit. Because we've got something fiddly to do first. So we're going to do this first. We're going to make all this right, and then we'll come on to doing the LED bits over there. So this bit, there's 2 screws you want to get rid of. That one and that one first to take this plastic bit off. So get rid of those 2. Okay, now similarly when we did the flap before, there's a little tiny one here. You see that? If you pop that open, there we go, and that ribbon then comes out of there. Okay. And this whole bit here just comes off. So put this just to one side, because first of all we're going to change this. And there's 2 screws you deal with here, that one there and that one there. Just pop them off. Okay, this bit you don't need anymore because you're going to replace it with this. So just put this somewhere nice and safe, just in case you want to return it back to normal. And now a fun bit, we're going to be changing all of these. So it's just a simple case of removing all of the bits and then putting in the bits that you want. So I'm doing, like I'm saying, I'm doing the full clear neon. Yours might be a bit different. And the beauty with this, certainly with the beauty of these ones, is you can't go wrong with these because they only go in one slot because of the pins. So you can just grab one, have a look at it, see which one you think it is without looking at the front of it, and just popping it in. Okay, so get all those in the right order, and it is just the D-pad, and these 4 here will stay the same. Okay, so once we've done all that, we're going to make sure they don't all pop out again, is by just screwing this bit on. So this bit is what you get in the kit. So all you do is put that on, and then you're going to put the 2 screws, one there and one there. Okay, so make sure they're on relatively tightly, not too tight, just make sure they are, because that's what are holding the buttons in. And then you can flip it over and just test, just to make sure, but probably hold the back of there just to make sure that they're on. Okay, so once that bit's done, you just put that to one side. We won't be needing that just yet, because now what we're going to do, we're going to be changing the triggers. Now you see there's a cable here that runs underneath the triggers, so we need to take these 4 off. Dead easy. With the L and the R, it's just a case of pulling it out and then it's out. Okay, so pulling it out and it's out. With these 2, there is a metal rod in there. Okay, all you do is you pull that metal rod out. There's hardly any friction and it will easily pop out. And then they just come off. Similarly with the other side, pull that rod out and then that comes off. Okay, now you want to take these 4 rubber bits off. So simply a case of just grabbing it and pulling them off. These ones are a little bit tougher because they've got something on the bottom, but just pull it and they come off. Simply that one, pull that, comes off, pull that, comes off. And with most things on these Pro controllers, you know where they're going to go, so you don't need to worry about too much about where you put them. Now this cable here runs all the way through here. Now with these, if you see, these will be stuck down, okay? So it might be a little bit tough to pull it up, but just go with it, okay? And just make sure you take it slowly and pull it up, because it is stuck on with a bit of glue. It's just these 2 bits here are stuck on with glue. Okay, and then on the other side, get underneath it, just take it slowly and then unseat it. And then finally this one, just get underneath it, take it slowly, take it slowly. There we go. And then just a case of feeding it round, taking it off. Okay, and you lift for that bit. You don't need that bit, but again, keep that just in case you want to reverse the process at some point. Then what you do is you get your bit from ExtremeRate and you just reverse the process. You're poking it in. So this middle bit goes underneath. Like that. Can you see that underneath there? And then they run all the way along there, underneath there, up to there. And there are some holes that you can just seat them on. It's all pretty much self-explanatory when you're doing it, because you can see the holes and you can see where everything goes. So you put them in the hole there. Put them in the hole. There we go. Now these don't have any glue on it, so what I was doing is I was putting it on, and then I was putting the bits straight on top of it. So these were the ones with the holes. Putting it straight on top, and then what I do is turn it over, grab that bit and just pull it through. Grab that bit and pull it through. Then you've got one on there. And then onto this one. You need the one with the hole and the rectangle on it. So if you look on here, there is a hole and a rectangle there. You can see that. That sits on there. So just poke that on. There we go. That's sat in there. Goes all the way along there, underneath there, back up there, and we'll do exactly the same with the other side. Stick those 2 on, and then we'll put these bits on. Same with the other side. Look for the rectangle and the circle. Put the rectangle there. There we go. There we go, we're in. Okay, so that's that bit done. Then we're going to get our triggers, and we're going to put our triggers on. So the L, dead easy. Poke it on, and then kind of lift it over. Lift it over there, and we're in. And the R, slot it in, and then lift it. Ooh, let's try that again. Lift it over gently till it's in. There we go. And then you can feel it. You can feel it working. And then let's try this one. This is ZR, so this was really easy. You just put it on, and then we're going to have to feed the. You can do this by hand. The metal rod. Poke it in. If it doesn't go in straight away, just give it a bit of a wiggle, and then use your tweezers just to push it in. Dead easy. Similarly with this one. Put it in, get your rod, poke your rod in. Then once it's in, give it a bit of a push and a bit of a wiggle, and it will go in. Okay, then once that's in, you can feel that the triggers work. And we'll test those in a bit when it's all joined up. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to add this bit to this bit. And what you do is just sit it on there, and then you've got 2 screws to put back in. That one there, and oh, sorry, that one there, and that one there. Okay, so that one there, and that one there. Then once that's in, we need to put this cable back in. So all you do is make sure the little black flap is flapped up, poke it in, and then close it up. Really, really easy. Just give it a little tug, make sure it's in. So that's in. Now this is the most fiddly bit out of the whole process. What we need to do is we need to put these, attach these bits here, these are the LED bits, onto our sticks. And then we also need to attach this to this bit. Okay, so what you're going to do is this has sticky tape. So you remove the sticky tape for both of them. And then you're going to need to be quite careful with this by sticking it all around the stick there. Okay, so make sure it's stuck down. And similarly this one, make sure when you push it together it's stuck down. Quite difficult, but don't worry, you can do it. So make sure that, and then you're going to get your sticks and put them over there however you want to. And this one, whichever sticks you decide, of whether it's the replaceable ones or not. And then this blue bit is going to go back into here. Okay, so you lift the flap up there, and you're going to stick that bit in there, and then close it up. Okay, so this is quite fiddly, so we'll see how long it takes us to do. Okay. Okay, I think I did it. In the pack, you do get a cable that you can replace with that one. It's just I found the one that comes with it, that was already in your Pro Controller, is all nicely concertinaed, and this one isn't, so it kind of gets in the way. So use the one that's already in there. And then just kind of push it together. And before you do anything else, get your battery and stick the battery in. And if it lights up, you know you've got it working. And it will light up probably red. It won't be the colours, it's just remembered how I've got mine. So put that in to make sure. If it doesn't light up, you'll need to just go on and just double check all of the ribbons inside, the ribbon bits. Just make sure that they're all in, because if they're not, it won't light up. Okay, next we're going to put these 5 screws back in. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then once that's done, put your battery back in, get your back plate, put that on, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3 and 4 screws. Then once we've done that, get your grips, put them on, and then finally the last 2 screws in there. There we go. 20 minutes later, you've got yourself a fully working LED mod kit on your Pro Controller. Let me put my sticks back on. There we go. Okay, right, well that's it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of how to change it all, because there's some instructions on what to do and how to change all the colours and bits. What I'll do is I'll go through all of that with you. Okay, so here we are with our fully modded ExtremeRate NS Pro Controller DTFS LED kit installed. And what I suggest is everything you take off there, just leave in the box, okay? Because you don't know whether you're going to sell it or whether you're going to move on or you're going to want it back to stock, okay? So just keep everything just so you can reverse the process if you need to. Keep it in that box, keep that nice and safe. Okay, so I said at the beginning, there's ways of changing all the colours. I'm just going to run through with you how you actually do that. Okay, so you can have it in kind of like 9 different variations. So you can have red, yellow, green, blue, cyan, pink, purple. You can have it as a gradient colour and a fast blink as well. It's in 6 zones. So zone 1 is a thumbstick, zone 2 is a D-pad, zone 3 is the right thumbstick, zone 4 are these buttons, zone 5 are L and R, zone 6 are ZL and ZR. And the way you do it is you hold down L on the controller, right on the D-pad, and Y, and when you hold that for 10 seconds it will turn on. There we go. And once you turn it on for the first ever time, it will be completely red. Mine are all different colours because I've changed that. And then every time you turn it off and turn it back on, it will stay as the colours of what you left it at. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm just going to quickly run through on how you edit it. And all you do is to go into the edit mode is hold down L and Y for 5 seconds, and then this thumbstick starts blinking. And once it starts blinking, you know you're in edit mode. Then once it's in edit mode, we know we're going to be changing this thumbstick. So we're going to change the colours of this thumbstick by doing that by cycling through them by pressing right on the D-pad. So if I choose, let's choose green for that one. And I want to move over to zone 2 now, which is the D-pad. And you do that by pressing L and Y. And then the D-pad starts flashing. And then you do right on the D-pad and you change that. We'll stick with that on green again. And then L and Y again. And it goes to this stick. And then right on the D-pad to change the colour. Let's go with red, and then L and Y. And for this one, I'm going to stick with red on this colour, but again, you can flick between the colours if you want to, or you can have it off if you want to. And then L and Y again, and you'll see these triggers start flashing. And let's go for purple there, and then L and Y again, and we've got these, and then right on the D-pad again to choose your colour. Let's go blue, and then L and Y, and it will go back to this thumbstick. Okay, cycling all the way through them, and then to come out of edit mode, all you do is hold down L and Y, and once you hold that for 5 seconds, this will stop flashing. There we go, and that's it. You're done. So however you want to do it. I kind of have it on the gradient. I haven't done it on the gradient here because on camera it doesn't look too great, but as you can see with the colours, the static colours, it's fine. With the gradient, it kind of goes all funny on the camera. So that's how you do it. Okay, thanks very much then. That's everything. If you've got any questions or anything you want to let me know down below. I'll try and help out as much as possible. This has been the video to get the Pro Controller, the NS Pro Control DTFS LED kit by ExtremeRate. All of the instructions on how to do it are down below, and where to get hold of the kit. Get them all down below. Any questions you've got. I hope you enjoy it. Get going. I promise you it's not too hard. And thanks very much. Okay, how's it been Console Accessories? Until the next video. Bye bye.